Thank you for staying tuned. It is time for some Monday motivation. And we have Mary Ogundima, a conscientious lady passionate about women development and enhancement. And this week, she will be treating the topic, achieving balance in your endeavors. Hello, Mary. How you doing? Hello, Mary.
Hi, good
Good morning.
morning.
Mary, whenever I hear the
How are
word,
you today?
very well, thank you. I hope you're doing great.
Yes, I am very well.
Fantastic. See, whenever I hear that word balance, my heart always skips like 2 beats because it's, for me, one of the hardest things to do in the world is to actually balance everything you do, effectively. So when you talk about achieving balance in everything you do, in your endeavors, really, I wonder, is it possible to pull that off?
Yes, it is very possible. Yes, it is.
Well, that's why we have you here. Teach us how.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Mary. It's great to be here with you once again. So I've had a lot of people talk to me again anytime this issue of balance comes up. They want to be like, especially for a woman, all right, or for a man who has a lot of caps he's wearing, all right. So they ask, is it really possible to achieve balance, to be that very great business person, to be the person always on point in the family, your financial life intact, your health intact, all of those things, being in at least, if not 100%, at least 90%. And I say, okay, yes, it is possible. Why do I say that, or how do I mean? So recently I got into a conversation with one of my friends, and we concluded that right now is no longer about time management, but about attention management. All right, because we all have the same 24 hours. So the things you pay attention to as an individual is going to determine how at the end of the day you manage yourself, you balance your life. All right. So the things you set priority, how do you prioritize? How do you put down your to-do list, and then you put them out, and then you work according to those things you have put down? Very important. So in achieving balance, I'm going to say that the best thing is to start practicing attention management. What are those things that are very important to you? Put them at the top of your list and make sure you do those things. Only pay attention to the things that deserve your time. A lot of people waste time doing all sorts of things. Some people stay on social media for hours. Some people chat away. Some people, see movies. I'm not saying it's not good to do all of those things. Please do them. But I'm saying that begin to manage how exactly you devote your time to those things. All right? Set priorities, the things that matter to you. Face them. Family matters to you. Please ensure that you're available for family. Business matters to you. Ensure you do business the way you should do it. All right. What other things are the things that matter to you? Your health is very important, so you take it very seriously. All right. So this time around, especially this time where some of us are working from home, this is the time to put everything into perspectives. This is the time to put everything into. There is no time to waste time. All right, there is no time to waste time. I jokingly tell my friends sometimes 24 hours is not enough. So if 24 hours is not enough, it is high time we started planning our lives the exact way we want it to go. All right.
All right. Thank you very much for that. I'm so happy that you mentioned working from home. So there was this belief earlier that if you get to work from home, it means you will have more time for your family. It means it will make it easier for you to create a balance. Unfortunately, as the weeks progress, we see that those working from home are actually even busier than they would have been at work. You see a family man, for example, handling like 4 projects while he's at home. So he's working maybe like 14 hours a day. Even sometimes the wife might wake up in the middle of the night to see him hard at work, not having time for family things. And then you also see more money being spent. You're filling your generator. You're also paying so much for internet bills and all of that. And so you realize that all the plans you had in trying to balance everything doesn't seem to be working out the way you expect it to. So for people in that position, what advice would you give to them?
All right, great. Thank you very much. For my married friends, sometimes I want to come back to the office. This working from home is not it for me because all right. So I feel like what we will need to do at this point, because we all are faced with this reality. All right, is that we need to now act the discipline we talk about. All right. So I've had a lot of people always, every time you talk, you say, oh, be disciplined, be disciplined. This is the time to act that discipline you're talking about. All right. So if you have already put on your planner that between 7 a.m. to 9 a.m., this is what I would be doing, please stick to that thing. All right. If you have on your planner that, okay, between 10 a.m. to 12 a.m., this is what I will be doing. I'll be in this meeting. I'll be attending to this particular thing. Please stick to it. All right. The thing that can help us right now is self-discipline, because, you're working from home. There is really nobody to, watch over you to say, okay, do this, do that, at what time to do it. So to some extent, you have that, you're relaxed to some extent, like, okay, fine, I'm working from home. And the truth is, this time is not waiting for you. So you should take it the way you take it while you are going to the office. All right, take it the way you're going to the office. Take it as if somebody is there supervising you. Take it as, because the way it is now, you should be able to control yourself and again give yourself to the things that are very important to you, and those ones that are not important, please leave them behind. In fact, at this point, I may even say that it's necessary that you do the ones that are important, urgent, and necessary. All right, important, urgent, and necessary, because some things are really important but they're not urgent. All right, so in that case, please put those things at the forefront of your to-do list. All right. You need to attend to your children. You and your wife need to attend to your children. Let there be a balance, all right? Who is doing it at this time? Because we need to work out the same, all right? So we will not say because we're in the house or we are working from home, then we would not do the things we are meant to do. So what we need to do right now is to maintain a high level of discipline. It's very important.
So in maintaining the discipline, there's also the reality that faces you, especially with the workload you're now saddled with. So is it not possible that it might even eventually have a drastic effect on one's mental health, trying to create this balance? How can you create the balance without it having to affect your mental health?
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much. So I am one kind of girl that works around the clock. For those that know me, I stay very late, very late up in the night, still working on my system, doing one thing or the other, writing and all of those things. So I get a lot of people tell me, hey, Mary, you know what, this is too much, you're not resting. But you see, so in the midst of all of the work, in the midst of everything that we do as individuals, there is that place for mental balance. Because in fact, there are sometimes I work to some point and it's like my head is not even understanding anything again. My brain is not even taking anything. I just want to go and relax. Please, when you see that your strength can no longer.
It does seem like we have problem with the connection. I believe what she was probably trying to say was when you see that your strength can no longer keep up with what is expected of you, then you need to take a break. So this is actually a very tricky subject. You're told to balance everything in your life, but at the end of the day, there are so many things in your life that require certain amount of attention. You're at home, for example, as a family person, your children believe, oh, you should have more time for me, but your employers are like, you don't know where we are getting your salary from, so you better work. And so it can be really tricky to create that balance. There was a time some weeks back, Yomi and Titi, when it seemed like working from home was the way forward. So many of us had to do a lot of, like on Wake Up Nigeria, we're doing just 2 folks a day. How are you guys able to really balance your time and really continue to monitor your investments and such during that period?
We're online a lot.
Yeah, just look, it's basically just making sure you have all the information you need at hand at every point in time. So you find out how you can get that information and then you're good to go. So whether it has to do with your education, whether it has to do with your business, make sure that you can get all your information in one place at a time and you're good.